dare you?
Hey everyone, it's your girl, Scribe Not Scribble, and today we're going to be covering the latest drama regarding our favourite child controversy because it's Greta Thunberg and the world just can't seem to leave her alone. And what seems to be the latest atrocities committed by angry old men of privilege who don't seem to like being told anything by anyone other than themselves. Because let's face it, has anyone actually met anything more insecure than an entitled male with an anger streak who's determined to be getting what he likes how he likes it? But anyway, everything forbid we get one of those thick-skinned, calm, logical men of higher sense and brain matter, all angry and hormonal. Alright, calm down. I can't reason with you when you're being all emotional like this. It was just a joke. I was just kidding, see? That's what happens when people have a sense of humour. Poor snowflake. But anyway, I digress. Because it seems that Canada, for a change, has made the news. Sounds like the bad influence of America has been rubbing off on them due to a company in their lands that goes by the name of Excite Energy Services. Has been linked in a vile pedophilic image involving a young girl with the name Greta, tattoos and a tramp stamp on her lower back being RAPED with an image of their logo literally right underneath. And by technicality, I have to state that this company was only connected to the mass producing and distribution of this image because despite the fact this image was not only mass produced as stickers bearing the company's logo, but actively passed around at job sites and being encouraged to wear them on their work helmets. Doug Sparrow, the general manager of this company, has indeed claimed that neither the company nor its employees created the sticker, which is indeed interesting as to how they were mass-produced and passed around without any apparent questioning or challenging of authority. Mind you, this is also the same Doug Sparrow that, when challenged on the stance of this grotesque caricature involving child RAPE, responded with, and I quote, "She's not a child, she's 17. Like, sure, the fact that Canada's legal age of consent is 16 absolutely excuses you as a company endorsing the brutal RAPE of someone who should still be in school if it weren't for the fact that our whole planet is in such a deplorable state of crisis that we are literally having to protest in the streets. And I don't know if it's just me, but if I was in charge of owning my own company that now has such a painfully conspicuous social profile due to the apparent misuse of said company's logo, I think I'd be just a bit more proactive about who could possibly be slandering my good name, rather than going on about on what is now international news saying, nah bro, she's been legal for a year, RAPEing her is A-OK. Like, take a step back with me, bro. Who even is Greta Thunberg anyway? She's literally not even old enough to be out of school yet. She cares about the environment and she's advocating that we all wake up and give two hoots. Like, really? That's what you're so threatened about? Ever since the start of her appearance online, I've seen so many disparaging comments going on like, oh, we only listen to the science, like the supporting science hasn't already been there for years, we just don't have the mental energy for it, so we switch off. Or I've seen another one going, she's being mind controlled by her parents who just want some fame. But does anyone even know who Greta's parents are? Like, I know they are of some status, but I don't live in Sweden, and they've actually done nothing whatsoever in the public spotlight their daughter has gone and seized, so without Googling, good luck trying to remember their names and professions. And then there's this whole thing of, oh nah bro, the planet can't surely be in danger, I'm not yet seeing the skies turn dark or ashes burning on the street, so surely it can't be that bad. To which I say this, I can't convince you to believe in climate change or to listen to the science if you are that dead set against it, but what I can say is the following. We have entire ecosystems who suffer and die because of our plastic pollution. We have more photos on the internet than there are citizens in China of animals being choked to death with all the plastic we leave that they are ingesting, getting tangled up in and simply cannot escape from no matter where they go. Our efforts to farm palm oil, among other motives, had led to such large amounts of trees being cut down that more than 40% of insect species are declining, and a third extra are endangered. That has been directly linked to a threatening collapse in nature, not to mention large amounts of elephants, tigers and orangutans with absolutely nowhere else to go or live. Humans are on average ingesting, absorbing or breathing in a minimum of about 2,000 pieces of plastic each week, which is equal to the weight of about one credit card, and you would rather sit there in denial because you can't personally see it. You've chosen not to see it. I can't make you believe something you don't want to believe in, but when you purposely turn your back on a society and future that needs you of all people the most, when you have forfeited your right to an opinion on how we are being forced to step up in your place, we have literal children on the streets because you'd rather support graphic cartoons on a child getting horrifically abused than wake up and see how your actions are affecting everybody. You feel threatened because we are having to step up to fill your shoes, and you can't take that your contributions are not being honoured or listened to. You've been respected your whole life and had years of opportunities to do or say something, but now that you won't, our next generations who will inherit the earth are having to try and make some sort of a difference about everything you won't do, and now you're getting all upset because there is a child out there who doesn't have the time to pander to you personally. And the truth is, we don't have the time. While you're sitting here feeling all upset and sore over some child who won't know their place, we're having to fight through the yards of plastic that you left, that are filling up our eyes and ears and lungs. We can't breathe in some parts of the world. The food isn't safe to eat, and you're getting nasty, wishing death in some of the most horrific, vile acts that you could possibly think up on somebody who just wants to change things for the better. Shame on you. Even if you haven't contributed to send pictures directly, you've still laughed and you've made those comments on Facebook. I've seen you do it. And it says a whole lot more about your character than you'd like to admit. The fact that a literal 17-year-old is having to wade through torrents of abuse online, made by a bunch of sick adults who like to pride themselves on being all that and in charge, is appalling. You like to demand respect and being listened to, but you can't even act the part. You can't even pretend to act the part. How dare you indeed?